In this training, we're going to walk through how to enter cash savings into a Voyant plan. To do this, we're going to go to our plus button in the bottom right-hand corner and select Savings and Investments. We're going to select Savings and Investments again from this option, and under Type, we're going to select Savings. This is going to be a joint savings account, so I'm going to make sure to also select Philip as a co-owner of this account, and I'm going to name this an emergency fund. We're going to put $20,000 in this account. And under entered interest rate, this is how much this is going to grow on an annual basis. And this figure is coming from the cash savings rate in our plan settings. This is a default amount. This account, however, is a high yield savings account, so I'm going to actually manually adjust this amount and bump it up to 3.5%. And I'm going to keep this growth is fixed toggled on. You can hover over the I here just to see a little bit more information about what this means. And you can always manually toggle this off if you need to. For contributions, our clients are going to have a monthly contribution to this account of $250. And then whenever you enter in a contribution amount in this field, the software is going to automatically prompt you to update the timing of those contributions. So you can click on that option, and you'll notice that when you go to the timing section, it's going to ask you to denote when those contributions start and when those contributions end. I'm going to move these events into the contributions start and end fields. The contributions are going to start now, and they're going to end when Judy retires. And then under fees, I just want to double check that all of my fees are set to 0, and they are, so that's good. Steps don't really apply in this situation, but I did want to point out to you that steps are available for this account, so you could step up the contribution amounts if you wanted to just by toggling this on. You could step up the growth rates, dividends, interest, withdrawal limit, and the timing sections if you wanted to. Those options are there. You could transfer in amounts from other accounts just by adding in a transfer. For withdrawal limit, I want to set this to be a true emergency fund. So rather than leaving the withdrawal limit to as needed, I want to set a minimum balance of $20,000 so that no matter the needs of the plan, this account balance always has at least $20,000 in it for emergencies. And then for planned withdrawals, I don't want to set any current planned withdrawals, but if you ever did need to plan any withdrawals from this account, this option is available in this module. So we're going to click Done to save. And then by turning on the details in the plan, you'll see that once they hit retirement, they are going to be drawing from this account, but that this account will never fall below $20,000. And we can double check that by going to our assets chart. And you'll see that we have the emergency fund, and that emergency fund never drops below $20,000 throughout the lifetime of the plan. If we go into our year view, we can see in the investments tab, we've got that emergency fund in the investments tab, and we're making contributions of $3,000 annually into that account. And we have the end of year balance listed here. We can click into it. We can see the total return each year. And we can click through each year in the plan to see how that account is growing annually until we get into the years later in the plan where we're starting to withdraw from it. And then we never fall below that $20,000. I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions, never forget that you can always click the name of your client in the top right, request support, enter your question into the text box, and share client access. Thanks for listening.